So last year I meet this cute guy and we exchanged numbers and said, why don't we go to the beach, I'll grab us a couple sandwiches. We meet up on the beach and just immediately jump into this awesome conversation about like life and Oprah, which is all flirting to me, but I realized it might not be for him, so I start testing it out. This was not a date. And so I realized, all right, this might not be love, but he got himself some free therapy, all for the cost of 2 sandwiches, and I also got an idea for a show. All right, Steven, tell me what kind of sandwiches you brought for us.
Well, since summer is just around the corner, I brought low-carb wraps, which are falafel with sun-dried tomato dressing.
Is this really?
So you can get that beach body. Well,
is this your favorite sandwich?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's summer comfort food.
Well, listen, I appreciate the carb conscience, so.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for bringing the sandwiches. You brought them, so I'm here for you. I'm here to just talk about whatever's going on for you.
Sure.
So tell me what would you say has been the most kind of pressing thing for you lately?
Well, as you know, because we're friends and we've spent time together, the last time I saw you, I probably didn't have any hair on my head.
Yeah.
So that was like a big life change for me for last year.
So how did it start?
So it started just, when I was a kid, I had like bald spots, and it was growing up Mormon and gay and knowing that I was gay and going to church and learning that gay is believed to be wrong and everything. I felt a big part of myself, there was something deeply wrong about me. So I've always had like these little bald spots that would come and go. It's called alopecia areata. Mm-hmm. Then when I came out of the closet in college, all of my hair came back, all the spots went away, and then a year ago, I just all of a sudden, I went to the gym and I was like washing my hair and it was just like, oh my God. And so my hair was just like falling out. So the problem with autoimmune conditions, you don't know what's really at the root of what's causing them. It could be environmental stress. It could be a supplement, a chemical that you're taking. So then I shaved my head.
But it also wasn't just the top of your head, because like your eyebrows and your beard.
My eyebrows went, my beard went, and what's like most difficult about that is you feel like people look at you and they're like, I would get Instagram messages like, are you okay? Are you sick? Like, do you have cancer? And it really like pulls down your self-confidence because you don't feel like yourself anymore.
Yeah. So what would you say then was kind of the more challenging part? Was it just about the appearance and kind of how people were treating you? Was that the hardest?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think when you don't have hair, I probably like aged about 15 years. Mm-hmm. And so as a 35-year-old, like people look at me like a 50-year-old, and I think that's hard it's hard for anybody, but in the superficial gay world of Los Angeles, where looks and appearance are like a very important part of how people perceive you.
To be gay in LA. there's already such a performative kind of culture here anyway about appearance and everything. And then obviously being gay growing up and having to wear masks and having to hide who you are, and performing all the time anyway, just kind of is like the perfect shitstorm.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's gotta feel so just like vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there one story that sticks out to you when it really kind of hit you that people were experiencing you differently, looking at you differently? I remember you mentioning something, I kind of had this image in my mind about you going into bars and people like looking at you in a certain way or treating you, just getting a different vibe that you decided like, I just don't even want to go to the bars anymore for a while.
Oh yeah, I think that was definitely a thing of when a lot of our gay social nightlife revolves around going out to the bars with friends, and then I did find that like whether it was a private party or the bar, like I was by people that didn't know me, I feel like obviously I was treated differently, and I think it sort of made me retreat a bit and just like go back to the things that I found to be like making me happy and like supporting me and not really putting myself out there.
Yeah. I think that probably is a big struggle for a lot of people, which is knowing how to love yourself. And what does that mean? And what does that look like? And I could easily, if I'm looking at you and I'm seeing, oh, he's being positive, it's like, okay, he's got the answer. Like, how does he do that? But clearly there's other stuff that's going on there that when we are able to be present and we're kind of aware of the moment and aware of our thinking in the moment, and we consciously make choices about what thinking to entertain, to rewrite our own narrative to be more positive, that does not fucking guarantee us happiness and joy and elation and acceptance all the time. It just helps manage it so that we don't sink into like a pit of despair, and also honestly just to kind of find a newer love for ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I tried to find that self-love, and you know, it is challenging.
It is challenging still currently.
Yeah, I think it is, because I think you know, you can blame your lack of self-love on not having hair, and then you have hair and you're like, well, okay, I'm
Now
still
why?
not perfect.
Now why do I not like myself?
Yeah. I think it obviously changed me as a person, and I think that it's also something that could like change tomorrow. All my hair could fall out like again, and I could go back to square one and be totally bald, and that's like something that you have to be aware of and okay with, of like, you know, I'm enjoying this moment right now. And I think I definitely am appreciating this moment of having hair much more than I would have if I had never fallen out.
Right. How can you not go through an experience like that and come out the other end just being like, oh yeah, I've got hair and it's kind of the same? I would imagine it's created this new perspective, or I don't know, maybe. Does it?
You have to lose it to love it and like appreciate it, you know?
Lose it to love it.
Yeah. That's the title of my next book. And one of the things that I also found like helpful was you could stay in LA and focus on your hair and like try and do every medical treatment under the sun, or you can get out of town and go travel the world and see how other people live. And I really found that to be helpful. My husband and I have taken a bunch of trips recently to far-flung places. Like
I know, I've seen all of it on Instagram.
Yeah,
I've been very jealous.
We've had fun, but I think like if I were just sitting around LA and going like, woe is me, it would be easy to like have a pity party. But sometimes you just have to like get out and live your life, and whether you have hair or not, like whether you're 20 pounds or 50 pounds overweight, like you just have to like keep on chugging and go forward and do the things that like you want to do no matter what, even if your self-confidence is down, because those are the things that like you want to see in the world, and then the world meets you kind of where you are.
Totally, yeah. I think it gets really, it's like we're human beings, so we all want to know what to expect in life, and you know, we do everything that we can sometimes to try and figure it out and plan it out and over-prepare and control things, and then we just, you know, lose our minds when things don't happen according to that plan, you know?
Yeah.
So having anything that can be, that can kind of shake that from us can feel really uncomfortable, but if we allow it, it can be an opportunity for us to then figure out how to let go of that, still plan and prepare and work hard, but also know at what point to surrender, that we can't control that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that becomes its own practice of, you know, kind of our own strength. You know, I think like surrender kind of sounds like it would be like giving up or sacrificing or forfeiting, but it's not. It's actually pretty powerful and active.
Yeah.
You're investing into a belief in yourself that you can figure it out even when you don't have the map.
Right. Yeah, I think that's very helpful. It is.
All right. Well, listen. Hey, I've been told that life actually should not ever feel like a wrestle. It should feel like a dance.
Now, like a twerk or a samba, or
it is any dance that you want.
Okay.
So how about we get up and we dance a little bit, and you play us your favorite song. And
oh no, you don't want to see me dancing.
We're dancing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love,